Good morning and Assalamu alaikum, dear learners. How are you? Hope you are all fine by the grace of the Almighty Allah. And all praises to the Almighty, I am also well. Dear students, you are facing a very crucial time. Not only you, but also the whole world. And actually, many students at this time are wasting their time. But my dear students, my advice to you is to study more and more. And right at this time, as you don't have any traditional pressure of exams and classes and homeworks, do you have some? But sometimes you are not attending it regularly. But I think this is the time you can shun your basic knowledge in English. And for this today, I would like to discuss on a very important topics of English grammar that sometimes you overlook. But this one is very important, especially in your future examinations like competitive exams, especially when you will attend admission tests in university levels or different universities. This class will help you a lot. Dear students, wasting no more time, let us start our class. Today, I would like to talk about verbals. Okay, dear students, don't know the term verbals. I think you know the word verb, but you have, I think, heard the word verbals. But if I ask you to tell me what is verbals or what is the difference between verb and verbals, and I think it will be a little bit tough for you to answer me. Okay, so dear students, be attentive and listen to me very carefully and try to be clear about the differences between verbs and verbals. Today we will know about verbals. Our main focus of today's class is the verbals. So for the first time, we'll have to know what is verbals. My dear students, look, is it a verb or a verbal? So what is the difference between verb and verbal? If we can know the difference, if we can understand their differences, then it will be quite easy for us to find a verb and verbals from a sentence or from the given sentence, and then it will be quite easy for us to make a smooth use of verb and verbals, a smooth and correct use of verb and verbals. Dear students, let us proceed. Telling the difference between a verb and a verbal is not done by looking only at the word itself. So, if you only look at the word or desired word, it will be quite tough for you to tell whether it is a verb or it is a verbal. Rather, you will have to see how the word is used. Okay, the word itself can't tell you, or the verb or the verbal or the word itself can't tell you whether it is a verb or it is a verbal. So dear students, you will have to look on the way how it is being used in the sentence. Okay, in both cases, that means in the cases of verb or in the cases of verbals, in both cases, the word looks like a verb. Okay, the word or our target word that we are going to discuss today will look like a verb. But if it's used as something other than a verb, it will be called a verbal. Okay, you know, verb is an action word like doing, going, writing, behaving. Okay, so these are the verbs. So verb is an action word, and if a verb or if a word is used as a verb, it will be called a verb. But if the verb or if the word is used in a sentence in different other ways rather than a verb, it will be called a verbal. Okay, so dear students, I think you have got the difference that verb is an action word. Suppose write, and there are different forms of the word write: write, wrote, written, writing, writes. So these are the different forms of the verb write. Like another word or another verb: do, do, did, done, doing, does. Okay, so these are the different forms of the word verb. So in the sentence, you will have to look whether the word is used as a verb, as an action word. If it is an action word or if it is a verb, simply it will be called verb. But if it is used or being a verb, if it is used not like the verb, then it will be called verbals. So dear students, let us now know how a verb or a verb word can be used in different other ways rather than the verb. Okay, next, is it a verb or a verbal? Examples: suppose we are taking some verbs like waxed, flowing, flying, sleeping. I think all these words are known to you. In spite of this, I'd like to tell about the verb waxed. Do you know what is waxed, or what is waxing, or is wax? Okay, it's actually a method of cleaning and polishing something with different kinds of products available to use on hard substances like floor waxing. That is a common term, commonly used, and that is why I'm using these words in this way, that floor waxing. It's a method of cleaning and polishing floors. Okay, and it gives the floors a renewed shine. Okay, and also it helps to protect them from more damage. That is waxed. And flowing, the word flow, fly, and sleep, these are the words common to you. These can be verbs or verbals depending upon how they are used in the sentence. Okay, I've already said, if it is placed in the position of a verb, it will be called a verb. Or if it is not placed, or if they are not placed in the position of a verb, then it will be called verbal. Okay, examples: our helpers waxed the floors. Look, dear students, here the subject is our helpers, and waxed the floors. This one is the subject, this one is the verb, and this one is the object. Subject, verb, object. Okay, our helpers waxed the floors. So here in this sentence, it is quite clear that the verb waxed has taken its position in the position of a verb. So no doubt it is a verb. But here, dear students, look, the second sentence: the waxed floors, okay, were slippery and dangerous. Here, dear students, look, here the word waxed, though it is a verb, but here it has not taken the position of a verb. Rather, as you know, it has taken the position of an adjective. And here, floor is the noun, and it has modified the noun floors, so it's an adjective. Okay, dear students, and here, where is the verb? The waxed floors were slippery and dangerous. The waxed floors, that means the floors that have been waxed. Okay, so here it is a verb. Here in this sentence it's a verb, but in the second sentence it's not a verb, rather it is used in some other ways. And from our previous knowledge of adjective, we can conclusion that the word here has been used as an adjective. So this is a verb and this one is a verbal. Dear students, I think and believe you have understood. To make it clearer, let us go for another example sentence. Water was flowing over the rocks in the stream. Water is the subject, was is the be verb, flowing is the main verb, and it is first continuous tense, and that is why it has taken ing with the main form over the rocks in the stream. So, dear students, you are quite sure that here flowing is a verb, no doubt. But dear students, look in the second sentence, it has no more taken the position of a verb. Rather, it has become another partial speech like flowing water carries a great deal of potential energy. Flowing water. What is the noun here? And dear students, definitely you'll be able to say that here flowing is not a verb, rather it is active. So the word flowing, which was verb in the first sentence, and the second sentence, it has become an adjective, or it has been used as an adjective. So this is called verbals, and this one is called verb because it has been used here as a verb. Okay, students, I think you have become quite clear about verbs and verbals. And let us go for further information or more information. Basic informations on verbals. Already we have understood the differences between verbs and verbals, and now we'll go for basic information on verbals. Verbals are verb forms. Verbals are verb forms. Okay, that means they have taken the form of a verb. They will be in the form of a verb. But look, words that look like a verb or look like verbs, and could be verbs in another sentence I have shown, as I have already shown, that they can be used as verb, but the same word or the same form has been used in another partial space. Okay, that are used as one of the following. That means that they may be used as noun, adjective, and adverb. Adjective I've already shown to you. So verbals are verb forms. Verbals are verb forms, but they will not do the function of a verb. Rather, they will do the function of a noun, an adjective, and an adverb. Okay, dear students, hope you have become quite clear here. A verbal can never be the verb of the sentence. Another tonic sentence. A verbal is actually the verb form of a word, but it will never be the verb of the sentence. Rather, it will function as different other parts of speeches like noun, adjective, and adverb. Okay, dear students. Some more basic information on verbals. There are three different types of verbals. Okay, there are three different types of or kinds of verbals: infinitive, participle, and gerund. Infinitive, participle, and gerund. Okay, so these are some of the most important grammatical parts of English grammar. Okay, or English language. So if you want to have a clear basic or common over the language English, you must have knowledge about these things like infinitive, participle, and gerund. Each verbal has a specific purpose and use in a sentence. Each verbal has a specific purpose, and already you have come to know the fact that they may be used as a noun, they may be used as an adjective, they may be used as an adverb. So they have a specific purpose and used in a sentence. Today I'm going to talk about infinitives, and it's not possible for me to discuss all the three important things like infinitive, participle, and gerund. So here in this class I'll talk about only infinitive, and in later classes I'll talk about participle and gerund. Hopefully you will follow me or follow my classes. What is an infinitive, dear student? An infinitive has three possible functions. Okay, so infinitive is actually a derivative of verbals. So the same function will be done by the infinitive, like it may be used as a noun, as an adjective, and as an adverb. Okay, it is a form of a verb that generally appears with the word to and acts as a noun, adjective, and or adverb. If I ask you or if I asked you about infinitive, simply you will call that, sir, to plus verb is the infinitive. Right, you are definitely you are right, but you'll have to go deeper into the fact that to plus verb is infinitive, but it may be a noun, it may be an adjective, and it may be an adverb. Okay, let us see how can it be a noun, and how can it be an adjective, and how can it be an adverb. So now let us discuss how infinitives are used as nouns. You know the different uses of nouns, like nouns may be used as a subject, noun may be used as an object, noun may be used as an object to a preposition, noun may be used as a appositive, and noun may be used as a predicate noun. So these are the possible places where nouns may be used, and as infinitive can do the function of a noun, it may be able to do the function of the things I have already said, like infinitives may be a subject. Okay, so dear students, look, to understand required maturity and acceptance. To understand required maturity and acceptance. If you want to understand something more difficult, if you want to understand something difficult, you will have to have maturity and acceptance. Okay, we may use some easier sentences like to work early in the morning is good for health. Okay, here to work is a subject, and now subject must be a noun. So here to work is a noun. Okay, and it's an infinitive too. So we can say that infinitive may be used as a noun. Now you can ask me, so how is it possible to say to understand or to work or to sleep as a noun, because here there are two words? Then it will be called noun phrase. Noun phrase, a word may be a noun and then it will be called noun. A phrase may be a noun and it will be called noun phrase, and a clause may be a noun and then it will be called noun clause. Another sentence for a better understanding: to sleep is the only thing Ali wants after his long day of work. So is the main verb here, and to sleep is the subject. And from these we have become quite clear that infinitives may be used as nouns. Okay, next one, direct object. Prepositions may be infinitives may be used as an object. Like I hate to go. I hate to go. Had to go is a object. Okay, an object will also be a noun or noun phrase or noun clause. So it's a noun, no doubt. Predicate noun or best chance of winning against or enemy is to pray. To pray. So here is a predicate noun. Okay, it's a predicate, uh, and this one is the subject. Our best chance of winning against or enemy, and this is the verb, and to pray is the predicate noun. Object of the proposition. I was about to eat when the guest arrived. I was about to. I was ready to do something. I was about to eat. So about here is a preposition, and to eat is actually the object, the word or the preposition about. And as it is an object of the proposition, definitely it will be noun, and we can call it a noun. Okay, I don't know a positive, and in different classes of mine I have talked about positive. Here two nouns are flashed side by side, and the second noun will say or will give some more information about the first noun, then it will be called an appositive. Okay, so dear students, look how an infinitive can be used as an appositive. You have only one choice. Okay, do you know the choice? What's the choice? No, you have only one choice. So what's the choice? We don't know. But here, look, the choice is to go. So to go has given some more information about the noun choice. So it's an appositive, and an appositive means it's a noun. Dear students, I think you have understood what an appositive is. Unlike gerunds and infinitives, unlike gerunds, infinitives can also act as adjective and adverbs. Okay, like adjective, the teacher assigned us to many problems to solve. Look, dear students, here to solve has modified the noun problem. And you know the word who is modifies a noun will be called an adjective. So here to solve is the adjective. Here there is another example for you or for your better understanding. There are jobs to be done. Okay, the same case. So here to be done is the adjective because it has modified the noun jobs. And now we'll say how it can be used as an adverb. They struggled to resist. They struggled. So here, struggled is the verb, and the infinitive to resist has modified the verb. And you know, when a verb, when a word will modify the verb, it will be called an adverb. Here, the infinitive has modified the verb, so definitely it is an adverb. Some people are unable to adjust. Okay, dear students, it's not adjust, it's adjust. Some people are unable to adjust. Here, the infinitive to adjust has modified the word unable, and unable is the adjective. And I know adverb can modify adjectives too, or an adverb can modify an adjective too. Okay, again, he always flies to win. He always plays to win. So here to win or the infinitive has modified the verb fly. Dear students, it's not possible for me to discuss all the things related in only one class, and I think you have understood about infinitives. These are quite interesting and quite puzzling too. Okay, if you cannot understand it from the uh, understand it deeply, it will be quite difficult for you to find out whether it is an infinitive or gerund or participle. Okay, so dear students, this is all for today. Okay, in another classes I will talk about uh, some more things about this one. Okay, dear students, that's all for today. Thank you very much.